KPLO News, Florida. Got a video out of Jacksonville, Florida. Looks like the JSO is under a new lawsuit. I don't know how many lawsuits this is, but there's a bunch of them against JSO in their actions. Instead of admitting to wrongdoing, they want to fight it to the bitter end. So this is a story that happened back in 2022, before I got down here in Jacksonville. So I wasn't familiar with the story. This news story just came out from NewsJax 4 this morning or last night or something. So let's cover it and see what's going on.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office faces a federal lawsuit over a 2022 incident caught on body cam.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The lawsuit claims the department's gang unit and canine violently took down the wrong man as he was leaving a doctor's appointment. And joining us now in studio is News4Jax anchor Tarek Miner.
Yes, so Tarek, you spoke with the lawyer about the federal lawsuit and actually got more details about what happened in that body camera video.
It's interesting. A former JSO detective now serving a 24-year prison sentence for an unrelated sex crime against a child also took part in that takedown on that video and can be seen in the body camera shared with News4Jax today. Now, the man's lawyer in all this, John Phillips, says police not only misidentified his client, Jamari Brooks, he says they also released their canine dog after Brooks laid down to surrender. JSO is denying all wrongdoing in response.
Of course they are.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
It's body-worn camera video of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office gang unit in 2022, pouncing on Jamari Brooks in front of his chiropractor's office. Authorities deployed their canine dog, Huck, which tore into Brooks' left arm. Brooks was immediately met with officers who had their guns drawn, giving him various commands.
You've got alternating commands that are inconsistent, like stop, come here. You know, you got multiple officers that are all SWAT that are giving, don't move, put your hands behind your back.
Brooks' lawyer, John Phillips, calls the police report filed by the gang unit dysfunctional. The report says the gang unit tried to stop a car, but it sped away. JSO followed the car to a medical complex and watched as a black male wearing a black shirt and a lime green hat walked into an office. The report says the same man came out of the office about 1 to 2 minutes later.
There was no police chase. There was no crime.
So he walks in. Another guy walks out, totally different guy. So while they're dealing with the different guy, the original guy going out the back door probably. I don't know. That's crazy.
There was nothing to warrant this response, and yet he's, beaten and has the dog put on him. And the police report wildly describes an incident that body camera completely disagrees with.
The lawsuit states that Brooks immediately lay face down on the pavement with his arms outstretched, and lawyers allege an officer slammed his head onto the pavement and kneeled on his back. Canine Hucks bit Brooks for about a minute. Also seen in this 2022 video is former JSO officer Jose Garriga, who's serving a 24-year prison sentence for an unrelated sex crime. Phillips says while
pretty sure, I'll just check my video log. I think I did a video on that with the officer doing 24 years.
Garriga is on scene, he can be heard on video telling his colleagues they arrested the wrong man. The lawsuit states that Garriga says it ain't him.
Well, actually, I guess I'll be deposing him in prison and confirming why he knew or when he knew this was, Jamari Brooks was not the person they were looking for.
Phillips says even after Garriga identified Brooks as the wrong suspect, officers still filed this police report that he says has multiple factual errors.
They had their agenda. And if we don't hold officers more responsible, not just for mistakes, I think we got to hold them, responsible for some mistakes, but malfeasance, then what good are they? And it's going to impugn the entire credibility of an entire police force and an entire profession that is otherwise honorable.
According to documents that we obtained, we learned the defendant was under observation by police because the suspect police were looking for was believed to be in the same car or a car similar to the one Brooks was riding in. In response to the lawsuit in federal court, an attorney for Sheriff T.K. Waters denies any wrongdoing on behalf of his officers. We asked JSO if their officers violated policy, which would include writing an inconsistent police report. JSO says they cannot comment on any pending litigation.
Of course not. They're not going to admit to it. He never admit to any wrongdoing. It's crazy. There's a lot of lawsuits. You got that one, the one with McNeil and Bowers. That lawsuit's going on. There's another lawsuit happened up the street where the officer was trying to take the concealed carry weapon off of a guy that was pulled over, ended up shooting him in the leg with his own weapon. But she didn't know what she was doing. She got fired, I think. But that lawsuit's going on. That's 3 that I can think of. I was waiting. There's another one, I think. The 4th one that I know of about the man that was beat in prison, in the jail, ended up dying. So there's at least 4. There's probably more like 10 pending, if not more, that I don't know about. So, but just admit to the wrongdoing, fire the officers, charge them whatever, and get it over with. Save the taxpayers a lot of money instead of paying out on these lawsuits. JSO, you're crazy, man, crazy. All right, let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this, and that's it. So I appreciate everybody watching. KP Law News Florida, out.